Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Video Truder, and welcome back to Total War 3 Kingdoms, but not exactly the Total War 3 Kingdoms we left at the end of last part, because this is the first part I've moved over to the new patch 1.1.1, which adds some really cool stuff and fixes a couple of really annoying bugs. It's good damn stuff. So first up, moving over to the family tree, you can now actually see everybody else's family tree too. Just so you can see who's married whose children have abandoned their factions to go and join different ones. It just gives you a sense of what's going on in the world, which is very, very nice indeed. But it also has a good tactical usage too, because it lets you see who's the faction heir for any given faction, and thus whether you might want that person to become faction leader or not. Because if there's a very terrifyingly good faction heir waiting in the wings, you might want to take that person out before they become faction leader, so someone less talented moves into their place. So on this occasion, yeah, when Liu Bei dies, it looks like someone much less impressive is going to take his place. Also, I feel a bit bad because Liu Bei isn't actually married to Dio-chan, so I don't know where the hell Dio-chan's got herself to, but Liu Bei ended up not marrying her, which is very sad indeed. Next up is satisfaction. This does a lot more than it used to, because yeah, it used to just be the case that for the most part, as long as someone wasn't angry red and thus thinking about leaving, you didn't really need to worry about satisfaction. Like, it basically didn't matter whether someone was yellow satisfaction or green satisfaction, as long as not red, then good. But that's now changed. You see, now the game's keeping an eye on your total average satisfaction for your court, and if you keep it nice and high, that means you get plus to military supplies and a reduction in corruption faction-wide, so there's a really big economic benefit to having a really happy court. And obviously, this is also a bit of a benefit for playing tall and having smaller courts, because a small court where you're taking good care of people, it's much easier to keep the satisfaction high. Though, to be honest, satisfaction might be a bit too easy to manage these days, because yeah, there's a lot of texts that provide a bonus to satisfaction, there's plenty of accessories you can give to people. It might be a bit too easy to maintain a large court at satisfaction 100, so that might need a bit of rebalancing. Still, it is now nice that you actually get rewarded for bothering to deal with satisfaction, and that there's a way to deal with corruption other than building extremely expensive buildings. And you know what, in honour of this new mechanic, I'm going to take Way of the Great Peace over in the Reform tree, because plus 10 satisfaction to everybody is nice, and plus 10 diplomatic relations with all factions is good, because it means Liu Bei might wait an extra turn before stabbing me. There's a couple of little pieces, but those are the two big new mechanics. Bugs, however, are arguably even more important, which is, you may have heard me mention before, yeah, if you sign a peace treaty with somebody, and then the person you agree the treaty with attacks your vassal, you become untrustworthy for defending your vassal. Meanwhile, if you don't defend your vassal, you also become untrustworthy, so you're screwed over in either case. That has now been fixed. If a vassal of yours is attacked, you don't get punished for coming to their defense. So, me and Liu Bei are now much more likely to be able to remain friends long term, which is marvellous. And, there's one more. A fairly small one, but it has been annoying. Up to this point, when the AI's in forced march mode, it just gets to retreat even when it's used up all its movement points, meaning enemies just end up running around the map being very hard to pin down. That's now been fixed, which is very important for the beginning of this episode, because you may recall at the end of last episode, Cao Cao was running away from us in forced march mode, meaning these days he has no way of escaping from us. So, hello there, Cao Cao. It's time for a bit of a reunion. Oh, what's that, Cao Cao? You can't retreat? What a bloody shame. And even better, we've got a 22% chance of actually capturing Cao Cao, together with, yeah, 50-50 on the other two lads. So, I would love to capture Cao Cao, because right now, he despises me, because I destroyed his faction. But if I were to, say, capture and release him a couple of times, maybe, just maybe, I could get him to work for me. Also, I'd normally be scared of Cao Cao because of all that equipment, but yeah, he's got basically no health right now, so this should not be difficult to take care of. Basically, Zhang Yan can just travel from hero to hero, murdering all of them. Alright, draw up in the field right here, a bit of a grim old rainy day, and Zhang Yan, I think you could just go forward and start shanking. That'd just be marvellous, in fact, yes. Yeah, the two frontline heroes have 2,000 health and 900 health, so, not sure that's going to be too tricky to take care of, actually. How are we doing in terms of dueling? They can't possibly want to duel. No, nobody wants to duel, gotcha. How many bows and whatever do we have? Not many, really. I'd say Zhang Yan can just get in there, murder all of them, then get straight back out again. So, yeah, here we go. Operation Assassination, let's do this. Oh, never mind. We actually just hit him with a giant flaming bolt. Marvellous. We just killed a general with one flipping trebuchet hit. Marvellous. It's like playing flipping Rome Total War all over again. So, that guy's dead. And you are going to die momentarily. And, oh, bloody hell. You are... Yep, you're almost dead. So he's going to die in a moment. Okay, trebuchets. Please don't shoot Zhang Yan, alright? Go for the other lads. Right, back over here, that is... Hang on, is that another person dead? Yes, I'm pretty sure someone else is dead, but it's got to the stage of... Right, Zhang Yan is just standing there and accepting it. Marvellous. So they're already breaking apart. Good, good, good. These troops are not happy. Their generals are already mostly dead. There we go. Units are already flipping fleeing. Love it. Right, next up is Cao Cao. We should be able to just pick him off immediately. So, no. Work around all of these guys. Don't bother fighting them. Move straight on, please. And apparently we're bombarding these guys. No, don't do that. Come over here and hit these guys right in the middle. And as for you, come on. Cao Cao's going the flip down. And here we go. Cao Cao down to 8,400. And now down to, come on, keep hitting him. There we go, 6,500. Flippin' love it. Right, troops starting to approach, but my crossbows are coming into range. Cao Cao is, yep, Cao Cao is down. Marvellous. So just hit these guys. They'll probably break immediately. Oh yeah, at this point, this is absolutely overwhelming firepower. They don't stand a flipping chance here. Oh, so many crossbow bolts. So many crossbow bolts and so much blood, I can't even see the men. Okay, there's no men to see. They're all already dead. And we've won. Good work, Zhang Yan. Now, the big question. Have we successfully managed to capture anybody? Because obviously Cao Cao's not dead. He's too legendary to just go down like that. But if we're really lucky... Oh, flip, we've captured Cao Cao. That was only a 22% chance. Okay. So, you are deluded if you think I will ever join you. I do not forgive past insults, even if it means my life is forfeit. Okay, that would suggest that even if I let him go, he's not going to work for me. But, if I were to just kill him, I could help myself to the trust of God and to Shadowrunner. Alright, let's just park that for a second. So, Hu Jing wants to work for me. Honestly, you're not great. Level 4, no, that's not great. That's not great at all. That's not a particularly good role for you. You're not getting any particularly good benefits off that. You can just go home for 500 gold. If I were to befriend Cao Cao, would he maybe, in theory, work for me next time I run into him? I don't know whether releasing him is enough to offset the fact that he hates me. Because you do have to remember, I murdered Cao Cao's wife, then I murdered Cao Cao's son, then I destroyed his faction, and now he's serving as an officer under a mountain bandit. So, I've got to feel like he's probably not going to come and work for me, no. Plus, he's already 56. I'm going to have very few chances to recruit this guy. And actually, hang on, oh, technically I'm not just an enemy, I'm a nemesis. That's not so good. Right, Cao Cao. I'm really sorry about this, but that's a really, really damn good weapon right there. And also, that's a really damn nice horse. You know, I need to give this game praise right now, because I've just been sitting here for a couple of minutes and I don't know what I want to do. Because Cao Cao's really damn awesome. He's such a cool historical figure. I love the story of Cao Cao, and I don't just want to pin him down in a field when he was weak and vulnerable and then just kill him for a sword. I would like to reconcile with Cao Cao. I'd like him to come round to my way of thinking, and I don't know whether that's even possible. If I release him enough times, maybe one day he might come round to my way of thinking, but goodbye, Cao Cao. If you spare me, I shall return to take my vengeance upon you. I'm gonna take that risk. Cao Cao, one day, me and you are gonna be friends. I suspect I'm gonna regret doing that one day, when he shows up with a massive army and attacks me, but I'd like to think maybe, just maybe, one day, we can reconcile. Still, all of this battling does leave me with a giant pile of money, so okay, let's go shopping. Here we go, more money for Hene. Hene's a good earner right there. Pingwan, basically the same deal. What can we do for you? Ooh, actually, yeah, a bit more money for you as well. That's nice and cheap. Now, Dong lie. I know you guys need an extra building slot because you sort of hate me right now. So, get on with that. That's absolutely marvellous. Bit expensive, but we do need to get that place up to level 7 just so we can have a happiness building in play because, yeah, they're getting close to rebellion. And over in the often ignored Peng Cheng, yeah, we need more food. We really need more food. In fact, actually, I'm sort of struggling a bit here because many of my farming settlements, I can't actually do much to upgrade them these days. Like, Chen over here produces a big amount of food, but I can't get this building past level 3. I don't have the tech. I can't get this building past level 3. Don't have the tech. These buildings are stuck on level 4. Don't have the tech to move them up to 5. So, yeah, I probably need to spend a bit of time upgrading farming at some point because otherwise I'm going to literally run out of food sooner or later because I keep upgrading cities. Because upgraded cities are awesome. Meanwhile, down south, of course, yeah, Sun Jian has actually declared war on me. So, if he's going to start that war, and I've got Kong Rong sitting just here, I may as well just go and help myself to a lovely copper mine inside the district I already own the capital of, because, yeah, it's basically unguarded. I'll be having that, thank you. I'm guessing this is a very low-level mine, because there's basically nothing here. Right, I'm happy to just auto-resolve that one, actually. That's A-okay. So, occupy that place, gives me a bit more visibility as to what's going on around the world, and also should boost my economy a bit, because yeah, this place, Zhang Yan, was actually very specifically built to actually boost up industry. I mean, not a huge amount to be honest, only plus 15%, but screw it, that's not too bad. And yeah, if I could get the salt mine too, this place could actually be a pretty major industrial centre at some point. In fact, yeah, call off the harbour trader upgrade. Let's get this place upgraded because that's a big upgrade in garrison. And that's just enough to push Kong Rong over into level 9 as well. Marvellous. Now, I believe you do cap out at level 10 in this game. So, the question is, what do I want to give him? Because he can't have everything. So, yeah, we can leave aside scholarship. That's not great, to be honest. Perception is fine, if not spectacular. Yeah, the big question now is, do I want to give him wisdom, which is not great to be honest, but that will mean I can get inspiring surge, so basically his friends can use their abilities slightly more regularly, or could I actually go for, yeah, patience, so walls collapse a bit faster, and then that leads into guile, so guerrilla deployment, and 25% chance of an ambush. Yeah, I think I'd rather actually go for that and just not take inspiring surge, so yeah, we'll go for that option, that's A-okay. Yeah, the thing is, this empire may be massive, but it's hugely underdeveloped, because plenty of it just used to be deserted or Han territory. He's just moved in and then never bothered upgrading, because he couldn't possibly afford to do all of the upgrades. And by the way, Yin Li's summer holiday is getting close to being done. He's nearly actually bloody made it to where he wants to go. For the time being, though, Kong Rang can just stay precisely where he is. No reason to get too drawn into that fight just yet. Play defensively, wait to see where they go, try and deal with Gonsun Zan before we get pulled into a massive southern campaign. Speaking of which, time to see what's gonna happen next. And hello there, you want to give me, okay, about 5 grand for a guarantee of autonomy. I'm gonna be honest, that's not going to happen, no. Unless you've got something a bit better for me, like say something really amazing over in the ancillaries. You've got literally nothing. Right, sorry, that ain't happening. I mean, I'm not planning to actually annex him at any point, and hello over there! Right, there's another massive Gonsun Zan army, because his thing is just basically having as many bloody troops as he can, so it's not too surprising, really. And there's more Zhang Yan too. Right, okay, plenty more coming in yet. And I've got my first daughter as well from Sai Yan. Yes, indeed, they've actually changed this as well, because you used to get way more sons than daughters. But these days, it's a proper 50-50 split, so there's going to be plenty more daughters floating around. Because, yeah, by the mid to late game, there just weren't enough people to actually, you know, marry in the world. Because everyone was having sons and no one was having daughters, so there was no one to actually marry them to, unless you just use the auto-generate spouse button. So yes, that's now changed. There will be more daughters in the world. So I'm guessing this force is about to attack and ping again, but that's absolutely fine. It's not spectacular. So yeah, the garrison will be able to do a decent job. So Mi Heng, you should just start heading south. And yeah, if you can just get back inside friendly territory, we should probably get you a new friend. Because you might be a bit outnumbered right now. Unfortunately, everyone kind of hates you. Yeah, literally the only way to get a third person in this army who doesn't actually hate one or both of Mi Heng and Gan Yan is to actually hire someone new from the outside who hasn't had time to hate them yet. So, that's fascinating. Actually, I think I know what we need to do here. So, Guo Si, who's been inside my empire for some time, he doesn't really have much of a role to play anymore. So I'm going to actually invite in Hao Zhan over here. He can be my new person. That's all absolutely fine. Welcome to the army. And on top of that, that means we should probably get rid of Guo Si, because he's basically just sitting there being paid. Only 100 gold a turn, to be honest, but there's not really much point having him here. Yeah, you can just go, actually. Have fun being elsewhere. Right, get him a couple of good, solid spearmen, and then a little bit of anti-archer cavalry, because we just desperately need some in this army. Marvellous, that'll do the job. And we do have some spare leftover armour of a decent quality, so go on, we'll give you some good stuff to fight with. I mean, the main thing that's good about this guy is he starts off with Binding Fury, which is by far the best of the abilities a champion can start with, so that's good enough for me, quite frankly. Fit him out with some basic stuff, and at level 2 he's already up to 107 resolve, which is not so bad, that'll do. Now, I was planning to make a run straight for the Imperial throne, but with a massive army of Gonsun Zan right there, yeah, we should probably deal with that. Now, right now we can't actually quite get to him, but if I put Sleeping Dragon back up to being Commander, you've got Reach, don't you? Hang on, maybe he had Reach as well. No, he doesn't have Reach, but you do, so I don't know why you can't actually make it there, because it feels like you should be able to go further than he could, but whatever. For the time being, I'm going to move you straight over here to the city. So, with this massive army here, together with the garrison itself, which is not great, but it'll do, we should be able to easily see off this guy. Also, that does remind me, Mi Heng, while you are an important part of this army, you're not important enough to be using Celestial Fury. So, yeah, we're going to have to take all that stuff off you, actually. As we've got war in the south, it's time to move Kong Rong over to that gear. And sure, it'll cost him a tiny bit of cunning, but it's worth it. It's so flipping worth it. Okay, can't use that right now just because, yeah, it's on cooldown. But next turn, hopefully, we can move Kong Rong over to that new awesome stuff and 50% fire rate on all of these ranged units. That is going to be spectacular. And speaking of Kong Rong, starting moving towards the salt mine, let's just mop up this entire province. That should all be absolutely fine. We're not heading down south over here, though. Should be absolutely fine to just take this province, then hold out, wait for the counterattack, because Lady Wu's got to be on her way. As does Sun Si, because we haven't seen Sun Si this entire campaign, but he's out there somewhere. That's Sun Jian's eldest son, and he's a really cool, unique legendary, so he is somewhere in the world. We just don't know where right now. In fact, actually, thanks to the new family tree system, yeah, here we go. There he is right there, so I can verify he hasn't actually wandered off to a different faction or anything. He's definitely still around, we just don't know precisely where. And yeah, he's over 100 in instinct and authority because of the gold text. We don't know much about him because we've never seen him, so you can't use just the spawn enemies you'd have no way of knowing about, but it just gives you a rough idea of who exists and roughly what they're good at. And over in the economic heartland, Taishan is up to, a level 9 city, but it is losing a bit of public order, just due to a very high population. That's fine, keep that temple upgrading, in no time whatsoever that'll be sorted out. You're over 3,500, corruption at 0%, flippin' love it. And Dong's hit level 8, so as a result of that, yeah, they've now got an empty slot too. Though right now, Dong is very, very happy indeed, because the population's a lot lower. So we might need a temple there at some point, but for the time being, there is actually, yeah, this building, hang on. This actual industry building we haven't built yet. What does that actually do? Is that helpful in any way? It would actually increase the amount made from industry by 40% when maxed out, which is not great, another 40%, because, yeah, industry's already been boosted by... Actually, industry's interesting, because industry seems to produce a lot of flat income, but not a huge amount of multipliers, whereas commerce produces a fairly small amount of base income, but the multipliers are crazy. So, is that going to be worth doing? Is that going to fly? You know what? I'll give it a go. We'll get that labour building and production. And I've got plenty of actual money, so screw it. We'll get it straight up to level 2. Though for now, it's just increasing population growth, which is probably going to screw me over sooner or later. But whatever, we'll deal with it when it happens. You know, I should really make Sima Yi just stand down because, yeah, while he's actually an army out, and thus I've got 6 armies, yeah, my trade influence is lower than it should be. So, you should actually just be recalled for the time being. You've done your job over in Donglai. We'll make you stand when we actually need you for something. And that should actually make my trade influence, yeah, there we go. While it's saying 739, actually it's just jumped to 774 because I've got rid of that guy. So, yeah, that's definitely worth doing. That's a bit more money coming out of trade. Speaking of which, over at Liu Bei, how's the fight against Gong Du doing? So, looks like you're about to take over, yeah, that copper mine. Then that city's just held by Yellow Turban Rebellion, so you should be able to just walk over and take that too. Right, Liu Bei is doing pretty damn solidly, actually. This is going perfectly fine right here. We've also got ourselves... Oh, the gang's all together. Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei all hanging out being best friends. Love it. Right, what's Zhang Yan going to do next? And are you going to be stupid enough to try and attack that city? Because if so, I will gladly slaughter you. That'd be marvellous. Oh, there's another massive army of Gonsons, and he just pulled another one from somewhere. I just saw it up north. Or possibly it was the same one that just decided to bypass that city and... hang on, what's going on up north right now? There's a lot of stuff going on. Right, so we know you were planning to attack. That's absolutely fine. It is not going to be a close defeat. Don't you lie to me, game. That's going to be a very easy defeat. They've got 4,000 people with them. But I will be able to bleed them out a bit, meaning that me, Heng, can pick up a nice, easy victory. Ah, wait, hang on. This place has been upgraded. I made it up to level 4. Oh, we've got towers and defences. Right, I see what you're talking about, game. I might have a flipping chance. So, he's divided his army into 3 different groups, and... oh dear. Right, I see. Champions, lots of strength here. This is still not going to be easy. Especially as while we do have some choke points and some towers, once they penetrate the choke points, yeah, that's it. No more. And they've got plenty of firepower. I meanwhile have literally no shields on the entire map. Marvellous. I mean, honestly, this isn't too complicated. 2 archers at each gate, a bunch of infantry at each gate. Hold out as long as you can, lad. Just let the towers do the heavy lifting. And obviously, don't actually charge out until you absolutely have to, because don't want their archers getting free hits on me, given I've actually got myself, yeah, no shields whatsoever. So, just wait. Wait for them to get a little bit closer, and then start advancing. And any minute now, any minute now, any minute now. Don't leave it too late in case they can push forward. Okay, that's probably fine. Right, start sending some troops forward. Weak guys up front if you'd be so kind. Stronger lads behind. Hold everything. Okay, everyone moves forward into position. G have generally been put at the front because G are really solid all-rounders who can do a decent job standing up against pretty much everything. Now, bear in mind, of course, I can actually specify who I want the towers to be targeting. So, I could say, try and take out the commanders. And that's probably not a bad idea, all things considered. If there is actually a commander floating about, take him out first and foremost. Yeah, this commander's got 37,000 health. Champions have a lot of health, so they take a long time to go down. You target him right over there. Over here, meanwhile, yeah, you guys target the sentinel. 44,000 health, but screw it. Over here, there's no leader whatsoever. So, yeah, you just basically target whatever you bloody well feel like. And soon the infantry will start entering our range. We can start getting some shots off. They're firing at my front line right now, which is not great. Keep an eye out for anyone in trouble. Here we go. Archers can now start firing. Absolutely love it. And prioritize fire on, yeah, the G if you can. Go for the guys who can't defend themselves. And we've got a bit of a frontline clash going on here. And yeah, she's going to pass on some nice benefits. Right, you guys... move forward, provide a little bit of support there. You guys just rain down fire from above. Just, yeah, drop in some shots right there. Keep hitting that big cluster. How are you guys doing, by the way? You're doing all right for now. You guys just keep laying down the fire. You push forward. Don't let them push through. Do not let the champion do any good work right there. So, counter push, please. And they're already out of arrows because they actually don't have a strategist. Neither do I, of course, but screw it. Right, units are starting to fall apart here. You guys, deploy forward, deploy forward, deploy forward. Hold the line, please. Hold the flipping line. Keep firing. Keep laying down the fire. Do not let them in. Right, looks like we've got a bit of a collapse over on this side, unfortunately. Guys, what are you doing? You've still got arrows. Don't run forward. Right, do not let them push in. Oh, they've got cavalry over here. Right, well, that's fine. Focus on the cavalry. Just basically lay down all the fire on the cavalry. The spears should be able to stop that. And unfortunately, they've taken this tower. Dear oh flippin' dear. Right, lay down some fire. We can still hold out here a little while. We've managed to take down one enemy general. That's good at the bare minimum. Well done. That's going to cause some trouble. Keep laying down the fire over here. Yeah, it was the sentinel as went down. Unfortunately, over here, that's all fallen apart. So, you guys, no, don't run, please. Don't run. What have we got? We got some people over here. Yeah, get behind these guys. Okay, we've actually got ourselves one victory at the bare minimum. You guys, fall back over here. We might be able to do a bit more to the rest of it, please. And actually, you know what? You guys, take out this guy. He's down to 3,000 health. Guys, just basically go and slaughter him. Just take him out. All fire on this guy, please. We might be able to take out a second general. That'd be marvellous. How are these guys doing, by the way? Not so bad, all things considered. Lay down a little bit of fire over there, please. Spearmen are doing a good job. Those G cannot be happy about life. Just rain down arrows on them. That's marvellous. This is not quite as bad as it looks. The problem is going to be that champion. Because how do I deal with him? Okay, everything is going well over here. Pull back, pull back, pull back. We don't need to worry about the rest of it. You guys, come over here. Block up this little choke point. Archers, get behind that choke point. Shoot anything that makes it towards the town plaza. How are these guys doing? Okay, they may have pushed through and taken the towers, but we might be able to defeat them anyway, because those are basic archer militia. They won't be able to stand up against proper spears. We're laying down a whole bunch of fire here. You guys should actually, yeah, pull back and, like, you know, fire your arrows, because you're archers. That'd be a great thing. And what have we got over there? And sadly, pretty much a total collapse, unfortunately. He's down to, 500 hit points. Okay, we can finish him off without too much difficulty. How are we doing on the... There we go. Troops coming in. And these towers are doing a good job too. Good, 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 good. Right, so we have some fresh archers over here and some fresh infantry. If they're going to try and push forward... Hang on, what's the range on you guys? Not quite to the plaza, unfortunately, but not too far off either. How are we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? You guys, probably, like, you know, fire on the troops that are right here. You guys, fire on these troops too. Don't fire on the retreating guys. That's not really very helpful. Just put all the fire down over here. We might still be able to win on this gate. And over here. Oh, this guy's about to get sniped off. This guy is going to get sniped off momentarily. 400. Come on, 300. And still 300. And 200. Come on. Take him out to 64. And goodbye, you stupid loser. Right, that is 2 generals down. 1 to go. We couldn't win this, could we? That'd be ridiculous, but we might be able to. This gate is just holding. It is just holding together. You guys, get in here. You guys, fall back, please. Fall back, fall back, fall back. You've still got arrows. And over here... There are some spearmen. There's a champion with 24,000. He's not doing great, all things considered. This infantry over here might be enough to hold the line. Oh, and you know what's even better? We've pushed them back. We've taken back the flipping towers. The towers are ours again. Love it. Meanwhile, back in the middle, we've got ourselves archer fire coming from all directions. These guys not happy about life. Those Black Mountain Marauders about to go down. Flippin' love it. We're running low on ammunition, though. 7 shots remaining, 3 shots remaining. You guys, don't fire at will, please. Just stop, 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 stop. Save your arrows for when the actual flipping spears head in this direction. And on this front, I think we flipping got it, actually. Right, in which case, you guys, come over here. Help out on this flank, please. Black Mountain Marauders are broken. That means there's basically nothing left aside from the spear guards. Now, they've got 45% chance to block, but... we can still do some good damage. And I've still actually got a decent unit of G right here. G are decent. G will do their job. And over here we've got broken and shattered. There's some more broken units, but with their general dead, how much are they really going to do to me? Guys, get back over here. I think we've got this, actually. Bloody hell, I don't know how. We've got it. Right, in which case, open fire on the champion, please. Just start wearing him down. Because, yeah, he's got 0 chance to dodge. So, we can do some good work to him. And we've got, oh, we got spears coming in. Right, bring in the spears. Sadly, we're out of ammunition now. Right, pretty much entirely out of ammo, in fact. You guys may as well fall back. Let the guys without ammunition take care of this, but he's already wavering. Oh, I think we've got it. We flipping got it. Deploy the G. No, they're breaking. Everyone's breaking. We flipping won. Oh, I love it. Oh, heroic victory. Ta very much, game. And we have also managed to capture one of their leaders. That is just a champion. Were you any good? I'm not sure you were great, to be honest. Level 2, basic stuff, really. Nothing special at all. No, you can just go, actually. And just in case there's even more coming in, take the replenishment just to speed up recovery. And, oh, it's Cao Cao again! Right, I should have known I'd regret letting him go. Ooh, but I did capture a brown stallion, so a really good horse for a champion. Love it. Right, so over here with Gonsun Zan, where the bloody hell did the massive army go? Unless, of course, I was seeing this army, because the game is saying there's some form of siege going on here. Is there a siege going on here? I'm not sure if there's a siege going on here, or is that just telling me there was actually a heroic battle? I think that means there was a heroic battle here. Yeah, because that was back in spring 199, and now it's harvest 212. So, right. The vassal of Gonsun Zan has come to basically protect the capital, except, hang on, it's down to level 3. That was totally a level 4 city a while ago. Okay, some odd stuff's going on up there, and I don't know precisely what it is, but I'd say it's probably time for us to move. Oh, we can't quite make it to the trade port this turn. Bit of a shame there. Yeah, right now Zhang Yan has a horse that's more appropriate for an actual sentinel, so you can have the new horse, because bonus resolve is still very, very useful indeed for a vanguard. So that moves over to you. Marvellous. Zhang Yan already has an appropriate horse. That's absolutely fine. Cheng Pu, what have you got these days? Oh, you've got a great horse too. Fine, we're well set up in that regard. Right, in which case, guys, straight on to the salt mine, please. I'm guessing it's basically unguarded. Yeah, you can just walk straight in. Right, so it turns out large parts of Sun Jian's empire is basically wide flipping open. And as a result of that, Zhang Ye is already straight up to making about 1,000 gold a turn, even with 43% corruption. Right, that's pretty damn good, actually. In fact, I'm sitting on a big old pile of money right now. How about we just actually make some upgrades here? Yeah, some upgrades would be lovely, actually. Marvellous. There we go. Level 3 settlements, so they can actually defend themselves a bit more effectively. Love it. And on top of that, yeah, already up to 1,186, even with that corruption level. So, 2,200 gross. I should probably get an administrator over here, because this could be a really big earner for me. Yeah, Jianye actually overtaken Hanei, despite the fact Jianye is not properly developed yet, and Hanei's already had a lot of development put into it. So, that really suggests I should probably actually get the person in Hanei to move over to Jianye instead. Yeah, Hanei's had a lot of effort put into it, and it's making good but not spectacular money. Plus, it's not on the front line. It would be more useful to have an administrator and their retinue guarding Jianye. Alright, Gongji, get out of your current office, please. Oh, and that's an excellent point right there. We've got Sima Yi just floating around. Bloody genius. He'd actually, yeah, get income from all sources up, together with industry up, together with commerce up. He's basically just an amazing administrator. Yeah, he'd be absolutely spectacular for this job. But before we put him in place, we need to make sure he's got a proper army set up. So, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to raise Sima Yi right now if we can afford to. Yes, we just can. Right. So, you're going to be raised, and then I'm going to cancel some upgrades if I need to, just to make sure we can actually afford to get you some good quality troops. Here we go, my good man. You can have a trebuchet because you're a strategist, so it'd be weird if you didn't have one. And then, yep, just slap some Fury of Beihai. That's the good stuff right there. Now, having actually made those troops come into existence, because I've paid for them, Can I immediately recall him? Yes, I can immediately recall him. And now he's been recalled, next turn, he should become available. Also, get rid of the county office. We can definitely build more valuable stuff right there. Yeah, just get that straight out of the way, please. Straight out of the way. And state workshops for money and corruption down. Love it. Okay, as I can't make it to the trade port this turn, just go and hang out right here, right next to the border. So yeah, we do at least pick up a little bit of health for the slightly damaged units before we move into the trade port next turn. Because how well defended are you? Not so bad, actually. I think he's recently upgraded it, so as a result of that, the garrison hasn't properly grown yet. Beautiful. And as for me, Heng, right, Cao Cao, how about me and you have a lovely chat about us becoming friends? Like, oh, he's willing to do it. He's actually willing to... Uh-oh. Cao Cao's wounded. If I actually make this happen right now, that could be a bit of a problem, actually. But I can't really turn down the chance to capture this many generals. Apparently, I've got like a 100% chance to capture 4 of them. 80% the other one. I might get a full sweep of 6 generals in this battle. Well, I can hardly say no to that. Okay, the key thing is... do not attack Cao Cao. Cao Cao must be allowed to flee and not wounded. Right, everyone nicely drawn up right here. Cavalry hidden in the woods as always. They're planning to start all the way over there. Right, so in which case I probably just want to turn these guys around a bit. But I do rather like Zhang Yan's forces. They've got a beautiful, beautiful shield wall set up here. Alright, nothing's penetrating that. 900% plus to charge resistance. Good block chance. So these guys are now 80% block chance. Oh, flippin' love it. And just for fun, we've got even more flippin' troops coming in. Ah, what I hadn't noticed, however, is, yeah, all of those generals I let go free, they've managed to recover back up to full strength. So, actually, this could be a little bit more tricky. Especially Cao Cao, who, uh-oh, maybe I shouldn't have let Cao Cao live. There is one good thing, of course, which is, I've got trebuchets, and trebuchets can generally be well relied upon to do a lot of flipping damage, especially when it comes to level 10 trebuchets. Oh yeah, this really isn't much of an army, actually. And it is getting very well shredded by extremely accurate blows. Love it. Oh, some of the front line is literally shattered before they even make it into crossbow range. Love it. Now, the question is, do I want to duel here? This guy is, yeah, we should be able to easily handle him, all things considered, with Zhang Yan. In fact, actually, my champion might be able to handle him. Hang on, just double check. You've got... No, you do not have Tenacity of Steel. As long as you don't have Tenacity of Steel, that's fine. And no, hang on. Decline and decline, please. I will decide who I'm dueling, thank you. And, ooh, Cao Cao's willing to take on her. I'm actually willing to accept that because I think she'll do better than the game expects, alright? She is really, really damn good. And that means you ought to try and duel... Yeah, try and take out their sentinel, please. Just try and take him out if you can. So, we're going to have 2 duels happening simultaneously. And Zhang Yan, I flippin' believe in you. Well done, you just smashed Cao Cao off his horse. Good, good work. The problem is, yeah, you don't have any active abilities. You don't have the Adamant Resolve yet. All you've got is Tenacity of Steel, which means as time goes by, you get stronger and stronger and stronger. So, you need to hit him. Alright, in theory, you can do well here. He's going to hit you really hard, but as time goes by, you're going to start hitting him really damn hard too. And now, is it time to reveal the cavalry? Probably it is, you know, right. Cavalry, you probably should have already started moving, to be honest. So, get the cavalry on the move, start hitting those guys. How are these duels doing? Keep a really close eye on this, and... Yeah, don't worry. We know where everyone is. You guys, go over here, hit these guys. You guys are in a great position to head over here, take out all of this. And how are we doing? Oh, it's really close with Zhang Yan versus Cao Cao, but she's getting stronger. We're going to win this fight. Oh, this is going to be really close, actually. Come on, Zhang Yan. You might be able to pull this off, actually. You might be able to do this. You just need to avoid one more hit. And... oh, flip. Oh, no, I think we just cut off Cao Cao's head. Oh, we just killed Cao Cao, but we did it in a proper duel, so I'm fine. That's Cao Cao's head right there. I don't think he's getting up from that one. You know what? I feel fine about this. Alright, just putting Cao Cao to death after we captured him in a small fight, that would have been one thing. But taking him out in a fair duel where he challenged my general to a fight to the death and defeating him during that fight, not my problem, alright? He brought that on himself. So, Cao Cao has gone down in honourable combat that he freely chose to enter into. So while we weren't able to reconcile with him, I'm at peace with how this has worked out. And also, we've taken out their other general too, so that's marvellous. Okay, you guys, get on your horse whenever you're ready, and probably just go and take out this guy. Just go and bum rush him. In fact, actually, are you willing to duel him? Yeah, you know what? Just actually duel him. I think you'll do just fine in that, to be honest. So, horses over here. Yeah, just take these guys out. There are... Right, there's more coming in. Right, sorry, I forgot there was more yet. Horses, fall back and... Can I win that? Oh, bloody hell, he's... Do I want to do that when I'm so weak as a starting point? No, I'm going to decline. Alright, I've already killed Cao Cao today. I feel like now we probably want to just fall back for a bit because she's only got 13,000 health. That is not much health. As for the cavalry, start them looping around, please, because apparently there's... Yeah, there's a flipping large amount of actual archers over here. Right, that's all fine. You guys, start moving over in this direction. Hit these guys if you can. You should have a really, really good dodge chance. Well, 65%. Not great because you're not being controlled by a commander, but it'll do. By the way, any chance you'd like to duel now? No, I'm not dueling you. Instead, yeah, I'd actually like... You know what, you... Just go and hunt this guy down, please. Go and hunt him down. You can hide at the rear for the time being, alright? You've done a really damn good job, Zhang Yan. Great work, but it's time for you. Why are the trebuchets pushing forward? Trebuchets, this is not your job. Right, cavalry, could you please provide some backup to the no, Zhang Yan's not doing a fight. You want to? Yeah, you know what, we'll do that. That's absolutely fine. Not her, though, not her. But yeah, I'm very glad for the other sentinel to fight my champion. That's a-okay. And yeah, just lay down more fire. Just try and actually cover the flipping catapults, who decided to just naff off into the front line. I don't know why. And we've got huge amounts of fire being laid down on whatever's left over here. This all works for me. How are you doing, by the way? And still no, Zhang Yan's not doing a fight. In fact, yeah, Zhang Yan, can you just automatically reject duels? Because we're not going to be doing that. I should really use that button more often, but sometimes I forget it exists. So you guys get over here. You guys get over here. And you just, yeah, keep trying to track down this guy. When I say track down this guy, you don't actually work for me. Sorry, you're the enemy champion. Just keep taking him out, please. This champion's doing a lot of good work today. You're going to get a hell of a lot of XP. By the way, you've got an active ability, don't you? Yeah, could you just actually kill this guy right now? Because I think you actually can. So, yeah, Binding Fury. Just murder him, then move straight on, please. And momentarily, that should be enough to just basically knock him straight out. Assuming it hits, it might miss. And... how are we doing down there? He seems to be alive. Well, he is a sentinel. It probably bloody missed. Right, how are we doing over here? We're doing well? Yes, indeed. You've just actually managed to win. That's all absolutely fine. Those guys are fleeing too. Right, bloody hell. So Cao Cao's dead and everyone else is probably captured. Well, that was worth doing. And tragically, Cao Cao has indeed died. You, by the way, can naff off. I don't care about you. And you would be willing to actually work for me. But no, you're just going away too, because you're both kind of terrible. And do I need replenishment? No, I'll take the money instead, actually. So, there we go. Magnificent work there. And apparently we've got even more people who we just sort of added to our court for no reason. Hang on, who did we just add in? Okay, why did we just add her in? She's not very good. Yeah, she can just go, actually. That's fine. Off you pop. And a well-deserved promotion for Hao Zhan. Good work, by the way. You did marvellously well right there. And yeah, as you've already got Binding Fury and Patience, which are two of your most important abilities, let's just go along the top and take the more aggressive upgrades. Yeah, Guile for guerrilla deployment. Then we'll be heading into Consideration, which is nice. Earth and Rampart is fine. But yeah, I'd rather get you over to Vengeance, Endurance, and Hamstring as fast as possible. So, good stuff on my side of the Empire. Liu Bei, have you successfully... yes, you've taken the copper mine. As you've taken that, I'd say actually... it might be a good time for me to sue for peace against Gongdu, because I'd rather Liu Bei actually started moving some troops down towards helping me out here, because he's not a million miles away from being able to actually launch an assault on Changsha. So, yeah, I might actually tell him to go and take care of that. But for that to happen, we're going to need peace over here. So, Gongdu, how do you feel about peace? You really want peace. Good. And, oh, flip, we can trade with you. Oh, that's actually worth a lot of money to me. And I can make you pay for the peace, you stupid bastards. Yes, I shall take a champion's leather off you. +9 instinct and 55 armor base is pretty darn good. So that's part of the war reparations right there. And can I also ask for money? You know what? I'd rather have the armor anyway. I think we're A-okay. I'm going to get way more money out of actually trading with him than I ever would have got out of the reparations. So screw it. I'm willing to give you a good deal. So that armor, flipping trade deal. Another 1,600. Flipping love it. And that means Liu Bei is no longer at war with him. And actually, hang on. Liu Zhang. Liu Zhang, my good man, I'm up to... I've still got a spare trade deal. And so do you. Why, yes, I do think I'll pay 700 gold for a trade monopoly that actually gets me 1,500 gold every turn and gives me access to tea. I will finally have tea back in the Empire. Yes. Oh, look at these ridiculous trade deals. This is so beautiful. I now have literally every trade resource with the exception of spice. So we have finally got silk and tea. Love it. And here we go. Liu Bei, lead the charge to the south, please. You're going to act as my vanguard, and you're heading straight down to the massive city of Changsha. Okay, what madness is up next? And, Liu Bei? Liu Bei, this isn't cool, actually. Right, Liu Bei is just... Wait, red? Oh, flip, did you just declare war on me? Oh, no. I wasn't expecting that. Liu Bei, no! Liu Bei, we were friends. Why are we at war with each other, Liu Bei? We were best friends. Oh, dear. Right, so... Liu Bei has just decided to, cause a lot of flippin' trouble, actually. Oh, yeah, and he's got massive armies right in the middle of my territory. Right now. Oh, Liu Bei, this isn't cool. But on the plus side, Lu Bu hasn't betrayed me yet. So, oh, flip, do I have to rely on Lu Bu to go and murder Liu Bei for me? Because I don't want to side with Lu Bu against Liu Bei. Oh, Liu Bei, you were supposed to be the one who didn't betray me. Oh, for goodness sake, not again. This bloody army where no one can decide whether they like each other or not. So Zhang Yan is now trustworthy, which Mi Heng apparently despises. He hates trustworthy people for some reason. But I do have some excellent news indeed. We have finally found our way round to the Kingdom of Ba, which is apparently run by this guy. Who the hell are you? Well, apparently I can trade with him because, yeah, I'm no longer trading with Liu Bei, which is kind of sad. But hang on, before we agree to that or even try to make that happen, right, so... The thing is, Liu Bei is actually, yes, still friendly to me, despite the fact we're at war. So, I feel like me and Liu Bei need to come to an agreement right now. Even if he's not a vassal anymore, we should still be friends. Okay, he's really opposed to this idea because, yeah, he recently declared war, unfortunately. So, that's going to be a problem. But, I think I've got a solution. It's a bit of an odd solution, but it's going to work. You see, Kong Rang's just sitting around not doing anything right now, aside from enjoying a big old pile of pies, so what I'm going to do is put him into force march mode and get him over towards Liu Bei's territory as fast as flipping possible. So what we can basically do is take the territory that I freely gifted to Liu Bei and then sell it back to him in return for peace, non-aggression, military access. We can just live peacefully side by side. Ah, yes, that reminds me. Sima Yi, get into your position, working for... No, not there. You're going over to Zhang Yan, please. That's where you want to go. 1,600 gold already. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. And a really nice garrison. No one's breaking in there anytime soon. Which does rather give Kong Rong the freedom to pretty much just start trashing this entire territory. Because I suspect he can just basically walk through all of this, just knocking it down. territory by territory, devastating Sun Jian's empire and economy. That's actually, yeah, probably not a bad idea. And with a handful more upgrades coming in, oh, Zhang Yan is going to be... has that actually jumped straight up to like my 3rd most valuable city? It wouldn't surprise me if it did. Yep, straight into number 3. And very likely to overtake Dong inside a couple of turns. So, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in a bit of an odd spot right now. The Sun Jian campaign's going to have to be put on hold for the minute because I'm at war with someone who is still extremely friendly to me. Because obviously I am. Liu Bei doesn't really want to go to war, but what he does want is independence, tragically. So, if we're lucky, we can basically make friends with him and just live peacefully, side by side, without too much difficulty. I'm just going to need to take some of his stuff off him and then sell it back to him for peace. It's going to be okay, probably. Aside from the slight issue of, yeah, there's a big army there. I think there's another one hiding over here somewhere. My Central Plains farms are flipping wide open. And my food surplus isn't as big as it once was. He could do a lot of flipping damage to me. That could be a problem. But at the bare minimum, we're ready for the big strike up north. Next time, the Sleeping Dragon is going to pass by that trade port and head straight up to the first Imperial seat. We are going to capture that damn thing. There is nothing standing between me and it. And when I say there's nothing standing between me and it... yeah, Imperial seats get some special protectors of heaven and defenders of earth. So, yeah, they've got some pretty tough stuff, actually. But, hopefully, I should be able to handle that. Yeah, they've got oil arrows, by the way. They've got proper, like, explosive stuff on them. They're pretty damn badass. They're effectively artillery, but on foot. They're really, really damn cool. So we've got a big fight I've been waiting for an Imperial seat, together with a fight I'm going to be very reluctant to undertake, ladies and gentlemen. But Liu Bei needs to be put in his place, alright? He could have just asked. If he'd said, either let me free or it's war, I would have let him go. But fine, apparently I need to go and kick his ass a little bit. And that is coming up very, very soon indeed. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Total War 3 Kingdoms. Thank you very much, and goodbye. This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much. In Fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear! And then in come the chariots!